Good day, fellow. Let us just do some revision. Do you still remember we said we have a linear pattern or a linear sequence? A linear sequence. This one, it has what? The first constant difference. See? Then we also said we have what? The geometric sequence. The geometric sequence. Geometric sequence. This one consists of what? The constant ratio. Then now we also have what? The quadratic sequence. The quadratic sequence. The quadratic sequence consists of the second constant difference. You see? Then the general formula for the quadratic formula is given by Tn is equal to an squared plus Pn plus C. You see? This one is for the quadratic sequence. Suppose now if I decide to give you this, let's say if I decide to give you now this sequence, which is 18, 16, somewhere there, 12 and 6, then I tell you that this quadratic now, quadratic sequence. Then now, if let's say I decide to ask you this question, is to say now, determine the nth term. You see now, the nth term. Let us determine the nth term for this given what? For this given sequence. How are we going to do that? Sorry, I'm going to need this space somehow. Let's say the nth term somewhere there. Nth term. Let us determine the nth term for this sequence. Firstly, we need to take our calculators and then now do what? Find the difference. 16, there's 16 minus 18. We are going to get minus 2. Let us take 12 minus 16 now. 12 minus 16, we get minus 4. Then 6 minus 12, we are going to get minus 6. Then we repeat the process again by saying negative 4 minus negative 2. We get negative 2. See? Then now let us take negative 6 minus negative 4. We're going to get minus 2. Immediately after doing this, just next to these three numbers, the first one, which is our constant difference, we are going to write this expression next to it, 2a, then equate it. Then next to this one, we are going to write 3a plus b, then equate it. Then to that one, just a, b plus c, then we equate it to that one. Then we move from 2a upward. We move from 2a upward. Then for us to find the value of a, you just need to say 2a is equal to negative 2. Then, you see, then divided by 2. Then our a value is going to be minus 1. We already have a now. Let us go to the second one now, which is 3a plus b. equals to minus 2. Where you see a, you just need to plug in your negative 1 plus b is equals to negative, sorry, the light, minus 2. Then we are going to get minus 3 plus b is equal to minus 2. You see, from here, when we take 3 to the other side, it's going to be positive. Then we are going to have positive 3 minus 2, we get 1. Then let us write 1 here. You see, it's so simple. Now let's go and determine what now? The value of c. You see, we have this one, a plus b plus c, which is equals to what now? 18. The value of a is negative 1. You plug in. The value of b now is plus 1. Then the value of c is unknown. And we write 18 somewhere there. Then negative 1 plus 1, they cancel. Then we get c to be now what? 18. Then we can then go back to that general formula and substitute a, b, and c. B and c. Then it's going to be now ta, our a is minus 1 n squared, b plus 1, and c is plus 18. You see, it's so simple. It's so simple, this question. Let's say now, if I decide to ask you this question is to say now, let us find the, let's say the 20th term. The 20th term. How are you going to determine the 20th term from this? It's so simple. Where you see n, you put 20. Then it's going to be t20 minus, where you see n, it's going to be 20 and squared plus 1. Where you see 20, sorry, n, substitute 20 plus 18. See, somewhere here it's minus 1. There is no need for you to write. If you want to, you can. Then, sorry, this one, there is no need for you to write it. But if you want to, it's fine as well. Then we have negative 120 squared plus 120 plus 18. We get negative 362, which is 1020. You see? Then lastly now, let's say now, if I decide to ask you this question, let me erase, because I'm going to need some space for the last question. Let me erase here. Let's say now, if I decide to ask you this question, which says now, which, this is 3, which term is equal to negative 72. How are you going to answer this question? When you come across this statement which says equals to, you just need to substitute your 72 where you see Tn. You see? Then let's continue. Then this is your Tn. We found our equation for the quadratic or the n term to be like this. Where you see your Tn, you just need to substitute this. Negative 72 squared plus 1 and plus 18. Then let us take 72 to the other side. We are going to get negative squared plus 1n plus 18 plus 72. Let's see what are we going to get. Let's see what I'm going to get. 72 plus 18, we get 90. We have 0 negative. Let me say n squared plus n plus 90. Then, for us to make it look simpler, we divide throughout by negative. Negative with negative, we get positive. Positive divided by negative, we get negative n. Positive divided by negative, we get negative 90. You see? Then ask yourself, do we have the factors of 90? Let's see if I say now 99 multiplied by 10. Indeed, 9 and 10. 9 and 10. We have 9 and 10. Then let us factorize. It's so simple, there was no need for us to use the quadratic. You can use it if you want to. Then we are going to have negative and plus. Where must we put 10? Clearly this side. Then 9 this side. Then if we further solve this, we are going to get something like this, 0, or n plus 9 is equals to 0. Then our n is going to be 10, or n minus 9. See, we get two numbers. Sorry, two numbers. But which one is correct between the two? This one is going to be correct. We don't have a negative term. Sorry, here's a negative term. We only have positive. It's like we have term 1, term 2, term 3. Not term negative 1. No. We have positive numbers for number of terms. See? Then at this point, you can then send now term number 10 equal to negative 72. So simple. Enjoy, enjoy, and don't forget to subscribe there.